What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Sean.
And we are speaking the language of bromance. And Sean, today, we're talking about politics.
We do this every now and then. We had that great story about that one politician who was abducted by aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about that one Australian politician guy that was crazy.
Oh, he was fucking crazy.
I don't remember what it was. It was a great episode.
Oh, my goodness.
I think, wasn't he like drunk and high on the TV? I think that's what it was.
Probably.
And we brought all the factual stuff from it. We brought the truth news on that episode.
That's what we do. No, Sean, today we're talking politics. We're talking U.S. politics.
We know almost as much about U.S. politics as we do about Australian.
About anything Australian. Sean, this is about one of the unintended consequences of the last partial government shutdown.
Yeah, we're recording this before the potential second shutdown. So this would have been the shutdown during late December, most of January.
Yes. So we might have shutdown 2 Electric Boogaloo. We don't know. But
shutdown 2, Marty, your kids are assholes. Side note to that, Richard. So talking about that, this is like we say we're talking politics. Like, this is not politics, but I'm a big fan of like conspiracy theories, like weird, like people like, oh my God, look at this book. In this book, it told the future. It's from 1847. There's totally a book out there, and I bought both of them. They're like $6 a piece.
Okay.
It was written by a Baron Trump in like 18 something.
I've heard this story. But keep going. It's about like a kid from Russia, I think, who something or another happens. Kid from Russia.
Yeah.
And his name's Trump.
Baron Trump. And then the second one is
and what's the name? What's the name of Trump's kid? Youngest?
Baron Trump.
Oh my God.
And the second book is like it's like 1900, the last presidency, and it's about
the last presidency
who's got an agricultural guy by the last name of Pence, and there's craziness that ensues. So I bought both those books to read. So maybe we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
probably
I like
not,
it.
Though. But side note, sorry.
Probably not, because it sounds like all that's going to depress me. Just like the rest of us. No, Sean, so this is about the partial government shutdown. This is the unintended consequence of the partial government shutdown. But you know what? In the world of unintended consequences, I'm actually okay with this. I'm happy that I don't know if happy. I'm fine with this happening. I'm fine with this being an unintended consequence. It's a happy consequence.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
In the world of darkness, I love a candle that gets lit. So light this candle, Richard.
That's right. Okay. So it starts off kind of foreboding, but once you get the gist of it, then
after the death of millions and their corpses were burned, a flower
it's kind of like
rose
that. Okay.
From the ashes.
It's unclear whether the initial incursion happened stealthily at night or brazenly during the day, though authorities are almost certain the invasion occurred by sea.
Oh God, Canadians have crossed the Bering Strait and they've gone into Alaska.
This is how it happens. Why would they? Wait a minute. What? Why would the Canadians cross the Bering Strait?
Isn't that that's over by Alaska, isn't it? In the Bering Strait there? Oh no, is that between them and Russia?
The Bering Strait's between Alaska and Russia.
Yeah. What's the one between?
What's between Alaska and Canada?
Yeah.
The border.
Well, there's a. I guess that's just the ocean. There's a little gap there, but it's just the ocean.
Are you talking about the Bering Sea?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Where all the crab fishermen from Deadliest Catch are?
Yeah. Well, on the other side, because Alaska has that little penis that pops out.
Yeah.
And so if you cut straight over, you hit Canada. But that little area there is just the ocean.
Yep.
Which I'm surprised that's not a sea, because that's kind of engulfed. Because
that's where the crab fishermen. They're like our line of defense against the Canadians. That's an unspoken thing that you see on Deadliest Catch. Like whenever
they pull up a cage.
Whenever they're out fishing for crab, and you always see the captain, and he's in his little wheelhouse, and he's looking out the windows with binoculars. He's really looking to make sure the Canadians haven't crossed over. You know why? Because the Canadians are wanted, dead or alive.
Well, what happens too, if you watch, like sometimes the camera cuts out as they're pulling up one of those cages. What happens is they catch a Canadian in there.
Yeah.
And you know how they do it, Richard? They put maple syrup in there. And I don't know if you know this. It's pretty common knowledge, but a Canadian cannot resist maple syrup.
I heard that we might lose maple syrup.
What? Why? Is it the bees?
Because climate change. Yeah. Well, not really the bees, but it has to do with climate change. That we might actually lose maple syrup.
How?
I don't know. I don't understand the way nature works. That's why we're losing maple syrup, Sean, because I don't understand these things.
I heard due to climate change, we might lose Florida.
Oh, yeah, that too. I heard Miami's going to sink into the sea.
Yeah. When? Tuesday?
Later.
I just want maple syrup when I want pancakes.
Yeah.
As long as that happens, I'm good. There's probably artificial maple syrup out there.
But if that's the case, then how are we going to catch Canadians?
Oh, shit. Could you imagine a bunch of Canadians without their maple syrup?
Right?
That's how the war starts.
We're going to riot, eh?
World War III started due to the silent Canadians losing their sugary elixir.
I'm curious, if the maple syrup jokes and the hockey jokes, is that considered Canadian racism?
I don't think it's racism because it's not a specific race, but it's probably, I don't know. There's probably something there.
I don't know.
I mean, we make fun of French people too. I mean, it's kind of similar.
No, you make fun of French people with your horrible accent.
Which
should be just offensive to anybody that is from France.
Well, I mean, in 30 years, they'll go back and listen to this and be like, see, he made fun of French people.
Yeah. And they'll be like, it's a bad accent. I mean, it was that time, it's just, he's just a product of his time where you made fun of Canadians and French people.
Yep. I'll have to give back all my podcast awards.
Oh my God. French Canadians. Think about that.
Well, I mean, there's I don't remember which province is.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Quebec, Ontario?
Quebec's the city.
Yeah, but is it Ontario?
Ontario's on the other side.
Which was Quebec? What's Quebec?
Quebec's the city. Is Quebec in British Columbia?
British Columbia, I think, is the French one. Because there's a comedian that talks about you go there and the French gang members, it's kind of not intimidating because they talk to you in French, oh, oui, oui, stupid American.
I love this fucking accent.
I see you with South French toast, dipping it in on maple syrup.
Dude, was it the French Canadians that figured out to put maple syrup on French toast? Because if that's the case, God bless them.
I'm going to say this right now, Richard. In the battle of pancakes versus French toast, totally in the French toast camp.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah, I love me.
Hands down, I love French toast. I will eat a stack of French toast over a stack of pancakes all day long. And waffles, fuck off with your waffles.
They're okay. I'm not pro or anti waffles. If it's waffles are one of those things when you go to the self-serve breakfast places. You go to the hotel and they got the breakfast suite thing.
Yeah.
Or essentially just eat cereal.
And they give you those bullshit waffles.
Well, no, some of them had the waffle flipper where you can make it yourself. And that's
yeah. Fuck those waffles.
But I haven't done this with French toast. Somebody's told me about this and it sounds amazing. What you do is you cook your bacon first. You fry up your bacon, and then you drain just a little bit of that grease off there. Flip your French toast and your eggs and toss it in that bacon grease and cook it in that.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Sounds amazing. Haven't done it yet. Want to.
That's good stuff. Everything's better with bacon grease.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You cook an egg in bacon grease?
I'm hungry.
Oof. I know people are always like, oh, my God, heart disease. And I'm like, worth it.
Tasty heart disease.
My grandpa's almost 80, and he eats that every day. Of course, back in the day, he worked 60 hours a day in the fields, so he sweated a lot of it out. But here I am.
Was he Canadian? Did he make maple syrup?
No, he wasn't. We're very German heritage.
Why'd you say it all? Why'd you say it all? Go, God, no.
I don't know, just because Like
he worked in an American field. He made corn. He didn't deal with your fucking maple syrup. He made corn and they went home and he watched fucking football. American football. Not soccer. Not fucking hockey.
He watched a John Wayne movie, then went to bed like a red-blooded American should.
Yeah. With a cigarette in his mouth.
And a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. In his other
not Canadian
mouth.
whiskey, Richard. American whiskey.
That's right. Fucking bourbon.
That
not
Canadian
your bullshit
mist
Canadian mist.
That's a good point. Canadian whiskey's Canadian mist.
Is that the only Canadian whiskey?
No, I'm sure. Isn't Crown Royal Canadian?
Is it?
I thought it was.
I thought Crown Royal was supposed to be like Caribbean or Caribbean because it's rum.
No, Crown Royal's whiskey.
Crown Royal's whiskey?
Yes.
No, it isn't.
No, it's whiskey, yeah. Like, how old are you, Richard?
I always thought it was rum. It's whiskey?
It's whiskey, yeah.
Well, I don't drink that much.
Yeah, it's Canadian whiskey. It's Canadian whiskey.
I'll ask her.
Yeah, I was right.
She's 18. She's got it. She probably knows these things. Kylie! Nobody listens to
She's
me
walking in with a bottle right now. What, Dad? What the stuff you're drinking, where's it from? The fridge. Touche there.
Touche. Got me.
You're so smart. No, where did it come from? The store. Oh God, dad jokes.
It's seriously whiskey?
Yeah,
You're
it's
totally
Canadian
blowing my. I totally didn't know that. Wow, I probably seem like an idiot right now.
Yeah, because it says Crown and Royal, you think it's Jamaican? Who's really the bad person here?
Me.
Imagine you go up to the bar. Hey, man, I'd like some Canadian Royal, man. I'd be drinking. And you'll be drinking rum too.
Like I hear Crown Royal and it comes in the little purple bag. And so I always imagine like, it's on like a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Huh.
Have you ever had Crown Royal?
Yeah. Oh my God, Sean. Best drink ever. Crown apple and cranberry juice.
How do you think it tastes nothing like rum?
Well, I don't drink it straight.
Well, I mean, even when it's mixed, it's got that like whiskey taste to it.
That doesn't taste like whiskey to me.
Do you really drink, Richard? I'm starting to think you don't.
I have many drinks with all of the alcohols.
So, but stop drinking. The beer's bad.
Wow. Huh. Well, now I know what my closing thought's going to be. Back to the story. So there was an invasion that occurred by sea, Sean.
Okay. I said Alaska, but it necessarily wasn't Alaska, right?
No.
No.
You said Alaska, and then you said the Bering Strait, and then it all kind of went down a rabbit hole from there.
Yeah. Was it on the other side? Was it not Bering Strait, but his cousin Bering Gay?
As federal employees who returned from the month-long partial government shutdown decided that it was probably not worth the effort to relocate the roughly 90 individuals involved. This is invasion, Sean. This is how it starts.
So
they get out of the wall. Yeah, 90 individuals. So they come off and they attack by sea. You know what this is, Sean? This is the start of Red Dawn.
Oh,
Wolverines.
Good point. That's a scary flick, especially during that time. That was like during the Soviet Union and the Cold War times.
Yeah. I haven't seen the remake. I heard it was shit.
It was okay. I mean, it kind of made more realisticness. Like it happened on the coast and there was like an EMP that like started it.
Okay.
I think it was the North Koreans.
So they couldn't relocate the roughly 90 individuals involved. That's because some of them were pregnant or newborns.
Oh, well, that's good.
And all of them were opportunistic.
Oh, Richard.
No, it's what the story said. That's not what I said. Build the wall. No. All of them were opportunistic. They were elephant seals, Sean.
Richard, sometimes people have issues with their weight. That's no reason to make fun.
No, that's what they're called. They're called elephant seals. All of them were opportunistic elephant seals that had taken over what used to be the tourist area of Drake's Beach, California.
Richard, I am not comfortable with this language on our podcast.
Well, too bad. You're going to get more of it. Across the nation this week, returning federal workers slogged through backlogs of voicemails, sifted through bursting email inboxes, and tried to remember the name of the childhood pet at the beginning of their login passwords. At Drake's Beach, part of the Point Reyes National Seashore, employees had a much bigger problem. Literally. Some of the elephant seal squatters, they're squatters, Sean.
These are actual elephant seals?
Yes, some of the elephant seal squatters weigh as much as a car.
Damn, it's like 1,200 pounds.
Probably. Oh my God, and there's like fucking 90 of them?
Dude, those are things not to mess with, especially if they're pregnant and have kiddos.
I know, and they have fucking teeth.
Well, they got those trunks.
You ever see them? Like, no, that's actual. No, it's not. No, that's not. Do you know how animals work?
Yeah, they like hold their trunks together, and you can see them in like circuses, and they stand.
Sean, that's not. Those aren't. Number one, those aren't seals, and number two, are you sure we're talking about trunks?
Oh, well, probably not.
Sean, you touched an elephant inappropriately, didn't you?
Well, I mean, you go to certain camps, things happen.
Right.
You learn about yourself.
I went to a clown camp, and
things got a little silly.
Honk, honk.
Tie this into a balloon. Oh, it's too stiff.
A colony of nearly 1,500 seals inhabits nearby Chimney Beach, which is protected from binocular-wearing tourists by 100-foot-tall cliffs. But Drake's Beach, with its wide swath of sand and spectacular views of the Pacific, had been claimed by humans.
So is it like a beach for swimming, or just a beach like people walk and see the water? And
I think it's a beach like people walk and see the water, and then like they take pictures and like, oh, look at the amazing views. But they're saying that Chimney Beach, which is it's protected, like people aren't allowed on that beach because of the seals. But there's huge cliffs.
So they're protected, but it's kind of very difficult to get to anyway.
Yeah, but this Drake's Beach is like, kind of like just this one spot, and it's got, everybody can go and be like, oh, look at the pretty water, which I've never totally understood.
What do you mean?
Like just going out and like staring at the water.
Oh, dude, it's so calming. Like you watch the waves.
I always said that, and then I finally did it, and then it totally is.
Yeah. No, whenever we go to the beach, like if I have a difficult time getting up early in the morning, but if we do get up early enough before the sun comes up, you just sit there, nobody on the beach, hear the waves come in, and we'd open our windows.
Oh my God, sunset on the beach? Sunset on the beach is amazing.
Yeah. The place we usually go to, it's the sunset you can't see, but the sunrise you can. But yeah, I can totally see a sunset being beautiful, hitting that water.
Yeah.
So people walk on this beach. I imagine these elephant seals are like out in the water looking at it longingly. Like, oh my God, if only.
Yeah.
That's where we'd go, Tim.
Yeah.
That's where we'd go. All right, quick, there's a great white. We got to get out of here.
So then they like swim up, and then people are like, hey, fucking seal, get out of here.
Quit making all those weird sounds, you damn trunk elephant seal.
We don't have any fish for you. We'll put you in the circus. Park officials have used a decidedly low-tech method to enforce the armistice between the mammal species. Because seals are mammals,
Yeah, because they have hair. They give birth to live young. They breathe air. They nurse via milk from a nipple.
Yeah.
And they're warm-blooded.
Oh, my God. Look at you.
I think there's another thing.
They have trunks on the front of their face.
Yeah, all mammals have to have trunks.
Yep, and a very large penis.
Humans make it because of swimming trunks.
Science. So they're saying park officials, in order to keep the seals off the beach, they waved blue tarps to annoy the seals away from the areas most popular with humans. How does that do?
Yeah, they're just running back and forth like Superman.
With like a big blue tarp. Doo, 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 ah. And then the seals are like, look at that fucker over there waving a blue tarp.
Hey, do you guys think
I bet he's crazy.
Do you think we can eat him?
It's probably sick.
You don't want to get that disease.
It doesn't scare them. It's a standard technique used with elephant seals, said John Deloso, chief of interpretation and resource education for the seashore. He told the San Francisco Chronicle this would have kept them farther away from the tourists.
Okay, so they're kind of like pushing them up the beach. So is this really somebody's gig? Like when the government's in, like somebody's
oh my God, they pay somebody to run up and down the beach with a fucking tarp?
Like Superman?
And that's a government job. So that's like health insurance.
Yep.
That's like fucking
pension. You put in your 20 you get to retire.
20 years of running up and down the beach with a blue tarp. I could do that.
Yeah, and that's like, you said that's Northern California too, so it never gets too hot.
No, it'd be Northern California. Yeah, it wouldn't get too hot. It would get cold sometimes. But
you just dip your toes.
But you're not out. You're not really out there at night. I wouldn't think.
No, but it wouldn't get too hot though. Is what I was saying. What I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because the heat would be where it'd be like, oh my God, it's so salty up here.
And it's not like you're constantly running back and forth. I would think that you'd only have to do it when like you saw seals were close.
That's true. Like you run for 5 minutes and you take a 15-minute break.
Yeah.
And you probably don't even have to run. You just yell like, hey, elephant seal, move it down.
You'd be like the sheriff in Jaws, right? The sheriff in Jaws when he was like running all around.
You'd hide air tanks all up around the beach and say, smile, you sons of bitches.
He's throwing fucking air tanks in
Sean, what are you doing? Well, he was coming down here. Didn't you hear me? I said, smile, you son of a bitch.
My tarp broke, so this is what I came up with.
Do you just carry around a rifle all the time? Yeah, I'm a officer. No, you're not. You're not the park ranger.
Well, I have a badge.
No,
where did you get that?
Found it on a dead guy.
I think the seals ate him.
Did you report it? No, it seemed like it was seal business.
No, I get the badge now, right? Because I found it. Finders keepers, or I found the badge, so now I get all of this former Ranger's power, right? It's like Highlander, but with badges.
Where'd you get the gun? I got it from your office. Oh. What? That was locked away. Not very well.
No, my gun now. Give me your badge.
I don't even have a badge, and they let you carry a gun.
The annoying tarps were an effective plan, usually chasing all but a seal or two away from the beach, which is a 90-minute drive from San Francisco.
Okay.
But the federal government apparently does not regard tarp waivers as essential federal employees. Oh my God, this really is a fucking job.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Like, hey, run up and down the beach with this tarp and scare seals.
Well, you don't get to, they're kind of fast, but if you see one coming at you, I think you can, throw your tarp down.
I'll tell you what, like I'm all for, like the labor movement and stuff like that. But if I had known this job existed, I would have totally been a scab tarp waver.
Yeah. Well, that's a job like you could
I would have crossed the fuck out of that picket line.
Yeah. Well, nobody would know too. Like I said, you could do a shitty job at that. And it's like, well, how many seals like stuck around? About 6.
Oh, whatever.
70. Yeah, whatever. Did any tourists get eaten? No.
Yeah. No. Did they bite a kid? No. Well, you're fine then.
And even if they did, it's kind of the kid's fault. Well, really, it's the parents' fault.
Yeah.
Like who lets their kid go up to an elephant seal? They've got those trunks. They go. No, Sean, they don't have. Did you even go? Like, did you go on the beach at all?
Do you think there's elephants on the beach?
That's what happens. You're like, didn't see any, so I didn't run. It's like, well, there's 40 of them right there. What? Those aren't elephants.
I don't know. First day, I came near first day and the circus train derailed and all these elephants ran out. And so I thought that's what you wanted me to scare away. So I threw a bunch of mice on the beach and it got the elephants away. And I was like, okay, job done. And so now I just kind of hang out with my badge.
And my blanket.
And your gun. It doesn't... Standard technique. Okay. So the annoying tarps were an effective plan, but the federal government does not regard tarp waivers as essential federal employees. So the workers who did it were among the 800,000 furloughed.
I wonder how many people they hire. Like, how many people are on like payroll for that?
Like tarp waving dude. I wonder. Yeah. Like, what if? I'm sure it's got to be like a rotation. Be like, oh, it's my turn to wave the tarp.
Oh, God. 2 days on, 2 days off is just brutal.
During the time of the shutdown, according to the Chronicle, high tides and storms battered the seals' normal habitat.
Oh, yeah, I could see it.
So the seals showed up at the suddenly deserted Drake's Beach. And they brought friends and apparently family too. Seals give birth during winter, and the unoccupied Drake's Beach appears to be an excellent place to raise pups. Is that what seal babies are called? Seal babies are pups?
Yep, they're called pups. I think elephants are called calves, though. So really, these should be called calves. It's weird, like what they.
So are they more elephant or are they more seal? I think if they're more seal, they should be called pups.
I think they're more seal, but. It's interesting because I don't know if they call male seals bucks, because I think they call male elephants bucks. No, bulls. They call them bulls. And I think they call male seals bulls.
Oh my!
Which is kind of weird. Which I guess there really isn't like male female for dogs. So
well, they call manatees sea cows.
There's an awesome YouTube video of this girl getting quote attacked by a sea cow, and it's like just swimming around her like curious, and she's like, "Oh my God, it touched me!" Pretty good. But do you think one of these seals, Richard, that landed on this beach and discovered it, first name was Christopher?
I don't know. I guess you'd have to ask it.
And his last name was Columbus. He lands on this island, like, look what I have found.
Or, hang on. See, now I'm trying to think of famous explorers. I'm trying to think of famous explorers and how to incorporate seals into their name. Descartes seals. No.
Christopher Columbus seal.
Leaf Eric seal. So the seals showed up at the deserted Drake's Beach. They brought friends and family, and they made babies. Oh my God. Like, imagine if imagine this, like you're a tourist and like you bring your family out and you show up like, oh, we'll go to this beach. I went here when I was a kid and it was amazing. Yeah. There was a guy walking around with a tarp and it was a little weird, but whatever. Yeah. He was waving his gun around, but he had a tarp in the other hand. And I don't know. Sometimes there would be a seal that'd show up. That'd be kind of cool. And then you walk up and there's just a seal fucking orgy going on the beach.
Hide your eyes,
look
kids.
Away. Look away, Tommy.
Yeah, I don't think like seals making it would be a like sight to see. Like whenever you see like nature animals getting it on, it's never like erotic. It's always very clumsy and like borderline violent. But an image of like two big old like 1,200-pound seals where you can't really tell which one's the male, which one's the female, just like wallowing all over each other. I mean, basically, it's like when we have sex with our wives. Very, very similar. That's
not true. It's one elephant seal, and then there's her.
A beautiful, beautiful angel
who takes pity. It's a beautiful angel that takes pity on one elephant seal. That's what that is.
But I wonder if they mate in the water. I figured that would be easier.
I don't know. I'm not Googling how do seals make love.
I refuse.
No, don't do it.
Oh,
don't ruin your browser history, Sean. You have
so beautiful.
Sean, you have a family.
When I say we eat the beaver, gotta go. Guess I'm into this.
I'm booked up for the next 5 days.
So you got baby elephant seal pups running around.
Yeah.
Which regular seals, they look like dogs with flippers. I think elephant seals are pretty gross looking. I think they got like floppy noses and.
Well, fuck, these things are. I mean, they're saying fucking the size of a car.
Yeah, I think they're kind of like walrus looking,
or weigh as much as a car. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the seals are a little bit smaller. They're like.
On January 27th, Port Reeves National Seashore notified eager would-be visitors that Drake's Beach and other popular locations would reopen after the shutdown. Then, 4 days later, officials posted this notice.
Uh-oh.
Don't come here to seals be fucking.
Due to inadequate blue tarp waving, we have an overabundance of elephant seals.
Oh my God, what if that's the job title? Like seal cock blocker.
Oh, it's good. That's actually what you're doing. You're essentially
that is
the
what
cop
you're doing.
That looks for cars like with, steamed windows rocking, and you walk up with your flashlight, but your flashlight is a blue tarp.
Oh my God. Yeah. Your flashlight's a blue tarp. Have you ever had that happen?
No, we talked about that a while back. You had it happen. I haven't.
I had it happen.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
You were drunk though, weren't you?
I was quite drunk. I was quite intoxicated.
Were you both drunk? Did the cop
Yes.
say, did you guys drive away or did you guys just...
Well, we just finished.
So you just laid there? Like, no, officer, we don't want any donuts.
I think he waited until we were finished. So,
I feel like that's
bravo.
a good guy cop, yeah.
That is a total good guy cop. So he tapped on the window, and we, I said my apologies to both her and to the cop.
It's my birthday, officer.
I thought I was going to have to wait, but I walked right over, and he's in the car.
It's more awkward.
I thought I was going to have to stand around for a second before I tapped on the window, but nope.
It's really awkward when you're just in the car by yourself.
Right? Just breathe on all the windows.
Officer's like, wait, I thought you were... Oh, I was, officer.
Please do come in.
Is that taser loaded?
Mine is. So they posted this notice. They said Drake's Beach and its access road from Sir Francis Drake Boulevard are temporarily closed to all vehicle, foot, and bicycle traffic due to elephant seal activity in the area. That was the notice.
Okay. So basically, like, too many seals on the beach.
Get out of here, these seals be fucking
danger. I think that's kind of, I think a lot of it's more for like the stupid people who be like, oh my God, elephant seals, let's take a selfie. And they go and like get right next to it and it rolls over and squishes them.
Oh my God. Can you fucking imagine?
I hate people that, I feel like there is a limited number of people who don't think of animals as dangerous creatures.
Yeah,
like people go to like Yellowstone. It's like, oh my God, there's a moose.
Didn't you have a story of somebody that went to a zoo?
No, there was a in a real.
Or it was
life.
like one of those drive-through things where like you could take pictures of like you were driving down a road and there were like animals to the side.
Yeah, it was like Colorado, one of Colorado's national parks, and like we're driving and like a bunch of people stopped because there was a moose and her calf. Just off to the side of the road walking around.
Yeah.
And the girl I was dating at the time, her sister jumps out of my car and runs up. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? That's a moose with a calf.
That's a moose.
And mooses are pretty fucking violent, especially if they have a calf.
Yeah.
She just runs up.
Plus they're goddamn enormous.
Yeah. She gives me a dirty look. I'm like, all right, well, if you get trampled, it's not my fault. She didn't, but...
I wish she would have
learned a lesson. But no, there's people that do that, and you always read the story, and it's like, oh my God, person gets trampled by moose killed. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. That moose was moosing.
Moose was doing what God intended that moose to do. That moose was just moosing around, and then you come along like, I'm gonna take selfies.
Well, I don't know, Bowigle.
Pictures of the beach's newest residents show seals of all sizes sunning themselves in the sand, basking on a beach that provides some of the best views in Northern California.
It's like a natural nude beach. It's nature's nude beach. Like nature's reclaimed it as their own. It's like we had this first.
Yeah. Life found a way, Sean. Life found a way.
God, that's awesome. I always feel good like whenever you know animals can enjoy sunlight and making it.
See, but you know what? You know what I think? I think that there's something different here. I think that there's something sinister going on. You know what this is? This isn't seals on a beach. This is seals making a beach head.
It's the first wave, and they got off the beach and like, man, this walking on land's tough. Let's just lay here and eat.
Yeah,
and make it.
It starts with the seals, and you know what's next? Fish.
Oh, you know what? If sharks learn how to like walk and they become like the apex predator of land, game over.
How much?
Some kind of breathing apparatus.
How in danger are we of that happening?
There's some stories out there where sharks have tried it and they've gotten as far as Wisconsin.
Really?
Yeah. They just haven't been able to mass produce the breathing apparatuses yet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
There's rumors that Bill Gates is actually part shark.
Is it because they can't put anything together because they don't have hands?
Yep, it's the opposable thumb thing.
Yeah.
I mean, try to like pick stuff up with like making flippers with your hands, especially when you can't even get them around. Because sharks have like they do a lot of chest workouts, which is kind
plus
of
they can't reach. It's not like they can't reach reach the mouth to put the breathing thing on.
Yeah, that's got to be a teamwork effort. And a lot of times dolphins will help them. I know a lot of people say dolphins and sharks don't like each other, but dolphins are like, get the fuck out of the water. We want this.
Yeah, because dolphins are smart. They're like,
smart,
hey, if all these sharks figure out how to be on land, then we get the sea.
Yep. And then we're going to try and have sex with the coral you leave behind.
Yeah. Or you could throw bodies in the water and we can have sex with those.
Yeah, that's true. They're going to like eat some of those like electronic spider fish and get high and have sex with
and then the seals
bodies.
Are like, I don't give a fuck. We're just going to fuck on this beach.
Just drop all the Doritos right here, man. Nom, 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 nom.
Oh my God. Like so you pull up and you like, oh my God, is this a nudist beach? Look at all these fat people laying around. Nope, they're seals.
Yeah, with Doritos. You know what, Richard? If that ever happened, if animals decided to rise up, would you cross that picket line and be like, listen, shark, I don't really like humans either. Just don't eat me and I'll be on your side.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think having a shark as a buddy would be a good idea.
So you're saying you would?
Maybe. If it's guaranteed I'm not going to get eaten? Sure.
Okay. Is it guaranteed I'm not going to get eaten?
Yeah. Sharks keep their word.
I might go for it.
Yeah. Thought so.
Does that make me a bad person? See, I feel like I'm betraying my species.
Well, I mean, as long as it doesn't happen in relatively like recent, like when we release this episode, if it happens like the next week, then you're probably in trouble. But if it doesn't happen for like 30 years, you're probably fine because people forget.
Okay.
And you'll show up and be like, hey guys, let me in. I'm just a human.
Yeah, because the internet doesn't. The internet doesn't last forever.
No,
it'll be all right.
Nothing lasts forever, Richard. Even California nudist beaches.
A few have made forays into more human territory.
Denny's.
According to Vice, 2 male adults have been spotted in the parking lot, one on the ramp to the empty visitor center and another beneath the picnic table. See, they're moving inland. This is it, Sean. This is the start of the invasion. You know, it starts with seals, and you know what's next? Fish. You know what happens after that? Aquaman.
Oh my God. Could you imagine Jason Momoa coming out of the water like true to life Aquaman?
Yeah, right? And then I would have to jump onto his side.
Yeah. He's like,
before my wife does, because then she'd jump on his side. She'd be like, let's kill all the males.
No, what happens is she does, and he like stabs her. Is like, no, we only sleep with the same sex. And you're like, yay! Like, wait a minute. How do you reproduce?
And he's like, I'll show you. Now spawn hunt. He's like lays a bunch of eggs. He's like, now spawn.
We do it like fish.
Yeah. Be like, I'm not a salmon.
That is weird. That's how fish reproduce, Richard.
I know. I just explained it to you.
I always thought that was weird. Like the female fish like uses her tail and like digs a little hole and drops her eggs. Some fish do it this way. The male comes by and just like,
yeah.
And then baby eggs.
I would think that'd be a kind of a lonely thing. Because, I mean, no, it's like you said. I mean, yeah, sex with, animal sex is like, it's clunky and sometimes can be violent. But at least you're with somebody, it's right? True. At least you got a partner.
Fish sex.
At least you're sharing. At least you're sharing an experience. Like with fish, it's
just like married life. You do it by yourself.
Yeah. And then you don't even get the fun of hanging out with a girl, and you're still on the hook for babies.
That's true. Lots of babies too.
All right.
The wild animal kingdom.
Yep. Thank God I'm not a fish.
I don't know how sharks do it. I don't even think they know how sharks mate. That seems like that would be violent.
I would sure be. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm sure it'd be violent as all get out.
Like a 16-foot male shark trying to have sex with that like 20-something-foot female shark. Have you seen that thing floating around?
Oof.
Yeah, they just saw it in Hawaii. Thanks freaking huge.
Shit.
It's like 20 foot. Biggest one they've ever captured.
Damn.
And then some chick scuba dived with it. No, she free dived.
Fuck that.
No, I know. There's this chick they call the Shark Whisperer, and like she deep sea dives with which is just like free diving really with like great whites. I'm like, one day you're gonna read Shark Whisperer killed in car accident.
And be like, I figured a shark would have gotten her. But Sean, they can't get these seals to leave.
I don't know what you do. Well, even with the Blue Tarp people, did the Blue Tarp people come back? Did they have to work overtime? Like, fuck that. We didn't even get paid for the overtime we had before.
Well, I'm sure the Blue Tarp people came back, but like these fuckers are on the beach. And they're like, hey, wait a minute. They probably like figured it out. Like once the Blue Tarp people went away and they came back, maybe one of them was probably like waving the tarp, and he's like, oh, shutdown started, and he dropped his tarp and fucking got in his car and drove away. And then the SEALs showed up, and then the SEALs are like, wait a minute, and like picks it up and is like, the fucking tarp.
It's not a blue ghost.
Yeah. And he turns around, he's like, guys, not a ghost.
Come on. We were scared of nothing.
I feel so silly.
Call my Aunt Sue and invite her over.
Let's all get on this beach and fuck.
Do you still want your Aunt Sue here? Well, yeah, but on the other side of the beach with Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
That's just weird. What do we look like, dolphins?
Fuck anything. You should hear the deal they made with the sharks.
I imagine the Blue Tarp people, like when they come back, they're just like running circles around all these like little orgy pods of elephant whales, and they go back like, Sarge, it's not fucking working. It's not working anymore. I didn't want to admit this, Sarge, but like before, I really didn't even fucking do this. Like I would go down, wave it like once or twice, and then I just sit on it and have a picnic every day. And I'd sit and I'd watch the water roll in. Sarge, I don't know if you know this, but if you sit and watch the water, it is so calming.
It is so calming. Yep. It's beautiful. It's just downright beautiful.
I'll open up
and then tourists would come and I'd take pictures with them.
Yeah, or I'd take pictures for them. And if it was no visitors day, I'd sit there with my book by Barron Trump and just read it. Hey, have you heard the conspiracy theory about that book? It is crazy.
The last presidency. That's all I'm saying, Sarge.
Are you still carrying
God damn it, you were supposed to tell him it's a ghost.
But
you're supposed to run up and down the beach with this blue tarp. You're supposed to be like, ooh.
And I don't
You're supposed to make ghost sounds.
I don't understand. If you're not chasing them around, why the fuck do you take my gun down there? Oh, Sarge, that's for the dolphins. Stick my big toe in the water. They just jump right on top of me.
Now I run around on the beach and I'm like, ooh, and they're like, fuck you. We know it's a tarp.
Sarge, I kind of thought my job was worthless to begin with. Now I'm pretty confident it is.
Let's see. Oh, bulls. You're right. They are called bulls.
Yeah, so that's why they don't call their pups calves.
Bulls can weigh as much as 4,500 pounds.
Damn, that's a big old bull. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and
people go up. That's what I guarantee. That's why they did this, because there would be stupid people would go up, lean up against it, it'd roll over because it's like, ding. All right, front side's done. Got to get my other side.
Yeah,
dead human. And then what happens, Richard?
Squished fucking human.
Yeah, the elephant seal goes back into the water with a dead human on it. And guess what, Richard? Dolphin tries to have sex with the dead human. Stuck to the elephant seal.
Yeah, and then ends up mating with the fucking seal. And then you know what you got? Dolphin seals.
Yep. Elephant dolphin seal. Or Edo seal.
Do we call them pups? I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Do we call them... What are baby dolphins called?
I think they're
just called dolphins?
I think they're bulls and calves too. Huh. No, I think they call little dolphins calves.
Okay. So they can weigh as much as 4,500 pounds, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration warns, despite their sometimes docile and clumsy appearance, elephant seals can be extremely quick and sometimes vicious if humans or their pets get too close. Oh my God, could you fucking imagine? Go down there with your...
Oh, yeah.
You go down there with like your little tiny fucking yipper dog, and your yipper dog sees all these fucking seals, and yipper dog's like, I'm gonna run down there and I'm gonna fuck with these seals. Yep. And the seal's like, and just like fucking bites it in half.
Yep. Some California girl's like, oh my God, look at Sparkle Pants.
Sparkle Pants jumps out of their purse.
Oh my God, like all these seals, like Sparkle Pants got killed, and so now all these seals must die.
Yeah, they just fucking pick the Sparkle Pants and bite it in half.
Yeah.
And like, here's Sparkle and here's Pants. Because there's two of them.
Guess what?
Because it's in pieces.
Dunk. Dunk. Now she's in the ocean. Guess what? Oh my God, is that dolphins? Yeah. Oh, they're gonna... Wait, what are they doing to her?
And then you know what you got then, Sean? Dolphin dogs.
Yeah. Ooh, you know what, Richard? We talked about making a hot dog stand. I think that should be one of our hot dogs. I don't know what it would be, but a dolphin dog sounds pretty good.
That's horrible.
It would be made of dolphin. It'd have some kind of like...
Wouldn't it?
I mean, I guess if you made it from tuna.
I knew it. Chicken of the sea, my ass.
Yeah.
For the humans of Drake's Beach, it might not be a total surrender. Deloso said staff members are exploring the possibility of offering guided tours of the Drake's Beach elephant seal colony. A similar program happens at Año Nuevo State Park. Visitors who want to see the seals at that park are encouraged to bring a warm jacket, water, and sturdy walking shoes. So now so basically like they can't get these seals to leave.
Yeah.
Cause it's, you know, I mean, when you think about it, like what the fuck are they going to do? Like these seals are weighing 4,500 pounds. Like some guy's going to walk on the beach and be like, hey, seals, the fuck out of here. This is our beach.
Seals aren't like those things that spook. Like you can't like get one to run and the rest of them do. It's just like, all right. Aunt Meredith ran away.
They're like, we paid a guy $50,000 to fucking run up and down. We paid a guy $50,000 a year to run up and down here with a tarp.
Richard, do you really think he just got $50,000 a year? I bet that was a 6-figure job.
That probably was. That motherfucker.
That's honestly not a bad looking like gig to go at. Is this a sand beach or is it a rock beach? Because I have bad ankles.
Oh, I gotta find. It's a sand beach.
Oh, Richard, guess what? We've got a new gig.
I would totally do this, but no, we can't do it anymore because the seals are there now. They're not going anywhere.
What they need to do, Richard, is they need to fire the people that did it because they're not doing a good job. You and I, we could handle this because we'd show up and we'd come back the very first day and they'd be like, any elephant seals? Be like, nope, there weren't any there when I got there. You guys are doing an amazing job. Wait, there's like 90 of them. No, do you see any trunks out there? I don't. They're all gone.
Those aren't elephant seals. Those are fat seals.
We go around and we start putting like Hawaiian shirts on all of them and like putting like swim trunks on them and glasses. It's like, well, we can't get them to leave, so we got to hide them.
Yeah,
we just record day.
We just piss away our first paycheck on like
spray
on beachwear for on beachwear for seals.
You know what? This Richard and Sean, we brought them on. We thought they were kind of clusterfucks, but they did a great job. After a week,
they did a great job. Cleared. Now there's just a bunch of people hanging out on the beach.
Yeah,
are those two people fucking?
Well,
I mean, the ocean's quite erotic, right? Look at the dolphins. At Drake's Beach, visitors might also can. Oh, it's just okay. So that's the entirety of the story. The headline is: these seals took over a California beach during the government shutdown, and they won't give it back.
Interesting. I feel like this
the seals are there to stay.
We need to come back to in like 6 months
and find out if the seals are still there. I bet they are. You go down there and try and move a seal. I bet you can't do it.
I'm trying to figure out what this job is.
Blue Tarp Waver.
I just put Blue Tarp government agents that scare seals. Tarp programs. There it is.
I found it. I'm totally crossing the picket line for that one. People are like, scab. I'm like, you're paying me $50,000 to run a tarp. Yeah, I'll be a scab.
Yeah. I'm getting 160 plus benefits, and I get 6 weeks vacation.
Yeah, just running around with a fucking blue tarp going, wee. Then you know what I do? I have a picnic.
Yeah, I use that tarp. I sit on it. I read a book. I do my nails. Sometimes I'll even sit in the water a little bit. Not too far, though. There's dangers in those waters. Sharks? No. Dolphins.
What's happened with the dolphins?
You never forget your first time with a dolphin because it's usually unexpected and unwanted.
Well, so yeah, I think that wraps it up. That wraps up. But yeah, you're right. We should come back here in 6 months and figure out what's going on with the seals. Are the seals still there?
That seems like that should be one of our trips. We should go out to that specific place and try to save those seals.
Dollars to donuts, the seals are still gonna be there.
Yeah. But you know what, Richard? I bet those people still have their jobs.
Probably.
Yeah. I feel like that should be a draft. We should find these kind of government jobs and find the ones we want to do.
Yeah.
Because I bet there's a lot of interesting really, you get paid for that? What, 20, 30 grand? No, 180.
Yeah. So if you're asking me what I learned that apparently running up and down the beach with a tarp is an actual thing that you can make money doing. It's a job.
Well, Richard, as we're coming to a close, I guess, is there any other extra Richard's closing thoughts you want to throw out there?
I learned a lot today. I learned about seals. I learned about dolphins. I learned about government work. I learned about Crown Royal, which still blows my mind.
Yeah. Canadian whiskey.
This is I learned about Canadians.
Yeah, very true. How to catch a Canadian.
Yeah.
I'm still confused why you thought that was rum. Those are very distinct tastes between rum and whiskey.
I don't know. I don't really drink a lot of Crown.
But it's whiskey. Whiskeys kind of have a similar taste.
I don't know.
Booze are weird, Sean.
To be fair, by the time I get to Crown, I'm usually quite hammered.
Fair point. Not that I know, but I'm just saying, Crown's usually not your first choice. That's kind of let's do a shot of Crown.
Yeah, right?
Believe me, I'm a Jamaican princess.
Are you playing the video from my last birthday?
Amanda, I don't does he always say that? No, just when he drinks Crown. It's really weird.
Why does he talk about Jamaica so much? Is this racist? I feel like it's racist. Is he being racist?
I don't want to stare. Quick, do the shot and let's leave. All right, well, let me do a little bit of housekeeping before the dolphins get to us. Visit our website. We're at languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook. And remember, we are part of the most wanted piece that never will get furloughed group, the Pod Bros Network.
Yeah. We're not no scabs.
Yeah. All right, Richard. Well, is there anything else before I close her out?
No. But I'm gonna go suss out this whiskey mystery.
All right. Well, that's all the Bromance have for this show. I'm Sean.
And I'm Richard.
I say we eat the beaver. That's the chant you do when you're one of the Blue Tarp Wavers.
Eat the beaver!